Manus flat on the canvas. We are ready to rock and roll. Second round of action. There is a cut on Manus.
Yeah.
Martial art chat.
My man B-Hop got dropped out the ring last night. I need a little judo baby. I need me a little judo baby, and let's do it, Ron. Let's give me up.
You see what filming this? You've got a face for radio.
I've got a face for radio.
That's nice.
Martial arts chat.
Martial arts chat.
Hello, my name's Chris Allen and I'm with the notorious Nathias Frederick. I was honoured to be able to speak to him after his performance at Cage Warriors 106 last weekend, and he's been good enough to join us on the show today. Nathias, my friend, how are you doing, man?
I'm good still.
You're good, yeah. So what you been up to since before we talk about the fight, what you been up to since the fight?
I'm just talking with my manager about this second fight.
Because you had a clause in your contract, didn't you, which means you get the rematch straight away, no questions asked, yeah?
Yeah.
So when they are you allowed to say, or when they thinking of like aiming that for? Because you didn't look injured after your fight or anything like that. You still feeling healthy?
Yeah, fine. Never had a scratch once on me.
Yeah, I know. I remember you saying to me that was also the reason you weren't too happy about the decision. But we'll definitely come back to that. Is it something you want to do definitely again this year? Is it something this has to happen this year, or you're willing to wait longer?
No, not longer. Soon as hopefully Birmingham card or London card.
Birmingham would be nice as well because it's like hometown for you, isn't that right?
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Because you train down in Birmingham as well, is that right? With all the with Fabian and all them guys, yeah.
Yeah.
So what's it like training with people like Fabian and Leon, all these sorts of people? Because it definitely shows in your performances you're training with some of the top level guys, And so what's it like training with these sort of boys all the time?
Savages in the gym, like Nick, Fabian, Tom Breeze, Hayden Lee, you name it. You got all the lads there, like helping each other. Easier, 10 out of 10 is brilliant.
And have you been there since sort of day one? Is that where you sort of started your career, like your training, and then you've stayed with them since day one?
No, first used to fight for the UTC.
Yep.
Yeah, used to train there. Used to train there for years and years. What happened? The gym got shut down. Everybody moved to Renegade.
Okay.
Yeah, that happened like that. Everybody's still there, just helping each other still.
Are you still training with some of the same guys from UTC, who went over to Renegade with you?
Yeah, like Rocky, Fabian, Yannick. Good lads.
Well, you definitely had a good background, definitely had a good bunch of people around you, and it definitely showed in your fight. In fact, I really believe so. I was in the press room that day, and I thought, you put an incredible performance on against, he is probably the best middleweight, Cage Warriors have had for a long time. And you're coming in on your debut, yeah? So how did that feel, first of all? You come into Cage Warriors on the biggest ever card, they've ever done, and they're letting you debut, or say letting you, you've earned the right to debut against their best guy. How did that feel before the fight?
How really shocked I am. Like, what happened first? I'm at home.
Yeah.
Like, man to phone my phone, then I'm fighting for the world bout. I told him, shut up. Stop, like, you're messing about. No, see, it's not you are. Said, okay then. Second doubt's no. Sign me straight away. I want him. Said, sure. I said, yes, I want him. After that, then I'm back in the gym. I told a couple of lads, I'm just fighting him soon. Yeah. After that, I said, yeah, take him. Said, yeah, okay then. Training. I train like in jiu-jitsu, little bit of wrestling, but so most of the time, I'm doing more jiu-jitsu like escapes, back escapes, thing like that. But the work to my fight still.
Well, 'cause I was going to ask you that question because you look at your record, and if people haven't seen too many of your fights, you're a knockout artist. You like to finish the fight via your punches and TKOs. So when are we going to see a submission from you, Tyus? Because you're capable. We know you're capable.
Yeah, I know, but depends on it. Happens, but I don't plan things like happens. I do it, but never happened on that day. But on that day, just holding me. You're not doing nothing destructive. You're not hitting me. Hitting back a couple of times, but at the end of the day, just holding me for dear life. But I'm thinking, he's like a world champion.
Yeah.
I'm thinking he's not good. I think he's not good. Like he's not worth holding that belt at the moment. I can't wait. I'll get a second rematch. I can't wait.
Were you surprised actually when you came up against him? Like, no disrespect to your skills or his, that you felt you were quite well matched, if not better, against someone as good as himself. Because I don't know if you believe, probably one of your toughest tests to date.
Yeah, I'm shocked myself. Like I watched him so much. Yeah, like his finishes, geezers, his finish. I got tap out, they got arm triangle, chokes. Like, oh my days. This Webb is nothing special. He's like a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Like he said on his own video thing, he said he's going to knock me out in the second round. Like, okay then. Like, oh my, like he's shocking, man. He's not good, man, at all.
And what proved as well, which he would have struggled with, is we were all surprised, because obviously you're the same weight class, was the strength, Nathias. You had the guy's got you in full mount, it just pushed him off. This is a black belt.
That's right. Like I'm shocked myself. He never controlled me. Like he's a black belt. He's doing jiu-jitsu all his life, but he never controlled me. Like, oh my days, this like. Done it like 4 times now. Like, just keeping holding me down. Like, this geezer ain't no the jiu-jitsu, man. He's like a the blue belt or something.
But as you said yourself, though, you've watched his previous fights. You know this guy's very capable. So you've got to be proud of yourself. You defended well against everything he was trying to do to you. What I was really impressed with, how you used the cage to your advantage. You were pushing off the cage to get the better position. We love seeing that stuff, man. Was that something you've worked on in training, or was it just something at the time you're like, I'm going to push off this cage and I'm on top?
Nah, the cage helped me a lot. Like always sparring in the cage.
Yeah.
Mice as well. The cage there to use it. Yeah, but most people don't use the cage like that. Push off, do things with the cage, but most people you don't think, oh, push my legs in the cage and bounce off. But I did, but he never clocked it. But the coaches did clocked it at that half that. But I still works anyway.
Yeah, no, you did it really well, especially even when you weren't getting up, even when he took you down, you were posting yourself upright against the cage and you were putting your arms in the air. Obviously, I know you were frustrated, you wanted to stand up. But did you know, you knew what this guy was going to do to you. So was your game plan going into this? Most of your training was dedicated around, as you said, getting out of back control, getting up off the ground, things like that, and preventing the takedown. Was that the game plan going in?
110%. My coach is like, Tom Breeze said, make sure go to the cage, make sure the back to the cage, don't give me no back. Said all right then, but it's so close. Nearly got my back in that fight. I went to the ground, put my back to the ground. He didn't got my back then.
Yeah, no, I think it was, I forgot what round it was now, but I think it might have been the first round. He got to your back and he looked like you were turning away, and we thought he was going to take you back. And the commentators were thinking, here we go, he's going to grab the back, hooks in, but you just held him off. again, showing his strength again, literally. And I think that's what put him off. I think he was holding you to the ground because you've got him up from the full mount. So do you feel like your strength, he thought, wow, this guy's pushing me off, I've just got to hold him here and wait for my opportunity? Is that how it felt to you?
Yeah, I'm thinking, like, in that fight, but I'm thinking the ref never stand it. He us up all the time, but the ref said, "Go on, make some moves. Come on, fight, lads." But not do nothing. I'm just looking at the ref. I'm just chilling now. Come on, have to stand us up, but they never done it once. But the most refs today, they will stand both us up.
Yeah, let's go back to the referee. So obviously Marc Goddard, one of the best referees in the world. You know, referees UFC and things like that. You know, what your
That's right.
obviously what are your thoughts? You know, what are your thoughts on like Marc Goddard after the fight? You know, do you feel like I'm not saying you were angry. You were very angry on the day. I'm not surprisingly, but now you've calmed down a bit, had a time to look back at it. What are you thinking now, like towards Marc Goddard and his decisions?
Marc Goddard is a good ref, but why never told me? Yeah, I done it once. Yeah, why never told me? Yeah, give me a warning. Nathias, don't do it again. Take your point. But I done it twice now. When I've done it, I'm thinking, told me that straight away. I done it. Gave me a warning. Second time, give me a point, but they never huh? I'm thinking in my head, what's going on now? Done it first time, give me a point now. That made no sense. Like, proper referee say, give me a warning the first time, do it again, take a point. He lost my fight for that. I lost my bout for that. Hopefully, I have a second referee. I don't want him again.
So what did you obviously know when before he took the point away? It looked like he was just giving you a bit of a bollocking, to be fair. And then he stepped away, and it sounded like you said something to him, or maybe you were just saying something to yourself, and then he took a point of you. Was that why? Did you like tell him to piss off or something, and then he took a point? Because he was like, "Don't talk to me like that."
Yeah. I said, move, fuck off, move. I'm thinking, I'm talking to him. Did he not listen to me? One of us said nothing at the start. One of done it the first time. Like, I don't want no sense, man. The coaches there, one of give him a warning the first time. Like, last me after that. Well, I watched it back. I understand. I spiked him, but told me at the start. I done it. Give me the warning and never do it. And never do it again. It change it to something else to do. But
you never got the warning.
He messed up, I think, the ref.
So do you think it was down to the spike, as they're calling it, or do you think it's because you told her fuck off afterwards? Do you think that? Because I thought he was walking away. I thought he was walking away, and he was like, yeah, whatever. And then all of a sudden he came back to you. You know, I was like, what happened?
Yeah. I think he just walking off. He said, stay there. I'm just walking a little bit there and there. Then I thought, he come back, said, take my point. Huh? What? I don't get this now. It's just, the thing, whatever. Then after that, start now fighting now. After that, like, punching him, elbow to him. Then his corner talking to Marc Goddard. What now? Fucking hell, what now? I'm not doing nothing. I elbows to his head, by his ear. Like, I'm not doing 12. I'm doing quarter. Like turn him at elbow. Like, I got nothing to. I can't win. The coach is talking to ref. Ref looking at me. Carry on, fight. What now? I'm talking to him here. The lost my head in that last round, like, took everything from me, like, opportunity to be a new K World Champion. That's his fault. I think in my head.
Do Do you know what? And you do have a good case on what you're saying as well. Some people are agreeing, some people are disagreeing. It is actually quite an interesting debate that's going on in the world at the moment, and it is interesting to hear everyone's opinions. Especially when I spoke to James Webb as well, and he's thinking the same as you. He won the fight. He doesn't understand why he didn't win the fight. So I can't wait to see that one again. And as you said, hopefully it's in Birmingham this year as well. That'd be fantastic. I'll tell you what. Let's move it from the ref to the judges now. Yeah. So
Yeah.
were you? First of all, right, were you shocked at the draw? Were you shocked that was because obviously in the fifth round you looked pretty pissed off, as you said. You looked pretty disinterested. You weren't happy with the situation, but you got to the end of the fifth, and were you thinking then, I've lost this on points? What were you thinking?
I lost it on points. Like, they're not spiked. I lost it. I think, yeah. On one point, I lost it now, big time now. After that, and the judge is like, the draw, like, oh, okay, I take that.
Okay. So you're happy. So obviously you're happy with the draw, especially with losing a point. How does it feel though? Like, if you didn't lose that point, you would be sitting here as the new middleweight champion. Yeah, you'd be the new champion, mate. How do you know what I mean? I'm not trying to annoy you, okay? I'm not trying to wind you up. But if you didn't lose the point, you'd have the belt right now. I'd be watching you with the belt.
That's right, 110%. That's true. That is.
It's killer, isn't it? Thinking of it like that.
It's life. Yeah. Has to move on, on it.
But you know what? You've got to look at the positive side. You've got to look at the positive sides of things as well. You went on to Cage Warriors and said their top show. You took on their best guy. You pulled off a draw, even with a point deduction. You know what I mean? And you're still riding a 5 or 6 fight win streak at the moment as well. So you haven't lost since looking at 2016, my man.
That's true. That is. Think about these. Think about Cave Warriors, yeah. They're thinking, yeah, like you're coming on that big show, going to lose. Like everybody thinking Webb going to knock me out, going to stop me. They're shocked. I went to the decent 5-5. Everybody's shocked. Like no one ever come to me, like cameras people never come to me. Went down to the friggin' the hotel. No cameras on me. Own and Webb this, Webb that. Now my name. My name's out there now. Yeah. Hopefully, yeah. Have to come to correct now. Camera people now, like, give me some time. Had no filming, had nothing on a Web this, Web that. Like the best fighter, whatever it is, but to me is only human. At the end of the day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that your house phone ringing there?
Yeah.
Just grab it. Grab it if you want, mate.
No.
I forgot what we were talking about now. I've got that tune in my head. What we just said.
Nah, like the cameras, like only thinking on him all the time, like Web this, Web that. Like I check on their stats now, yeah. On Cave of his stats, like it's mostly going to be him, going to win the show, but everybody's shocked.
Yeah, man.
The whole Cave Warriors. Oh my days.
Everyone knows
this guy.
Everyone knows who Nathias Frederick is now, mate.
Trust me on that.
I'll tell you what, you did a lot that night. Actually, it's great you're talking about coming in as the underdog. There were a lot of fighters that come in as the underdog that night. Like look at Modestus, look at him take the title, things like that.
I know. Yeah.
And look at Samir Fedin, winning the flyweight title, knocking the guy out.
Wow. True that is.
So I mean, you were part of that. You were part of that night that everyone's going to remember. Where the underdogs came through And you know what? Unfortunately for you, the final fight was crazy. The fight got stopped to too much blood, right? We've never seen that before. So that unfortunately is going to get the talking point. But the second talking point, everyone's going to be talking about how you, the guy who came in, debuted, you know, came out of cage steel, I think your last fight was, and drew with a point deduction, as I said again, against James Webb. No disrespect to James Webb at all, but I'm just saying, you've got to take that as a positive, man.
Yeah, I know, but watch my fight. My last fight I had, I never trained properly at cage steel. I took the biscuit. I'm eating biscuits. Like lucky, I never got knocked out at cage steel. I'm so knackered in the second round. On the third round, I can't believe it. I knocked him out. Like, shocked me. After that, I said myself, I'd never do it again. Fix myself up for this fight, this world bout. I trained hard. My bollocks off.
That's it.
It paid off in the day.
Well, tell everyone out there who does struggle sometimes, you know, with gassing out. Like, what did you change in the 6 months between your next fight within your training to get you to go through 5 rounds? Like, you weren't exactly gassing, were you?
No. What I did, 12 weeks, yeah. 12 weeks, my training camp is, I'm doing, in that week, I'm doing runs 3 times a week.
Yeah.
I'm doing short ones that 3 miles on Monday, Wednesday do 3 miles, Friday do 3 miles. Next week, I push it to 4 miles, then I go up. Like, now, I'm pushing it for 10 miles.
Is that on top of your training as well? On top of having a training session in the gym, yeah?
Yeah, 1 week, do a long run, 10 miles, I won in. Then got my weight down. I used to weigh about 106 kilos.
Yeah.
I heard a confirmed I'm taking this fight. Said, yeah, take it. Then after that, my weight dropping down. I'm doing boxing pads, doing Thai pads, doing wrestling. I'm doing swimming, my dieting, like drinking milk. I did high protein, low carbs.
Yeah.
Like when I weighed in, everybody look mash up. Like, oh my days, look, people can't walk properly. I just walked on scales. I feel good.
Yeah.
Never ever killed myself. Never made no mad weight cut. Everybody does. That's not me. I do smart. Only lost about 1.5 kilos.
You won't have a long career. You won't have a long career if you cut too much weight, and also it's no good for your kidneys and your liver, mate. This is generally no good for you, and you see a lot of fighters now trying to fight at their natural weight class.
That's right. Everybody knows. Everybody sign a contract. You know what date you're fighting. Now, fix up, train, doing cardio. Cardio is a king.
Yeah, and look how many... Sorry, carry on, mate.
People don't do enough running. Hard, struggle, make weight. Know that last fight title holders, like the last fight. Know that geezer came over. That geezer like got blood up in the cage. He come down. His coach helped him, walked in on the rail scales. He looked so mashed up. Like, oh my days, this not good. This is, man. The most people on that day look mash up. That's not good, man. Like, this is stupid. This is now.
Yeah, you know what? I always use this as an example. I always say it, but you look when Conor McGregor used to cut to featherweight. He looked ill. Do you know what I mean? Then you look when he fought Nate Diaz. He looked healthier, you know. And I think there's a fighter in South African league somewhere who died actually from cutting too much weight. You know, and I think we've all seen the Chris Cyborg video on YouTube where they're dragging her into saunas. It's just not good for you.
Stupid. I got hopefully this my goal at Cage Warriors. Want to hold 2 belts.
Yeah.
I want to fight at 93 kilos. Want 2 belts.
Going up or down?
Up.
Up. Yeah, I was going to say you'll be a big guy down there.
They're going up. That's why to win this bout after Webb, I told them on that day I win it, I'm going to fight who's next in line at 93 kilos. I want to fight him next.
And you know, it's fantastic Cage Warriors have such a good relationship with UFC as well, with UFC Fight Pass, and being very, very forward about pushing their fighters through to that sort of organisation. So with that second belt, do you think they'll be silly not to be giving you a call up to that sort of level?
I don't know. Hopefully not. Hopefully say yes, let's go ahead. But happens, isn't it?
Yeah, mate. So what's your main focus now? Is the Webb fight? That's all you're thinking about right now?
Yeah, the Webb fight. Hopefully people watch that fight on their fight pass. Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully the UFC guys watch that fight. Like now, mention my name on the fight pass. Hopefully, yeah. To win this bout. Hope is still looking at me. One more fight at the next fight. Win that bout again. Hope have a call.
Yeah.
To go straight to UFC. To say I take it straight away.
And, you got some contacts as well. You got Leon with you as well, and Fabian, who've got contacts in there as well. So yeah, and don't get me wrong. I talk to a lot of guys in America, so I do a lot of work with, and people are talking about Cage Warriors who've never watched it before, because in America it's not as big, but in the UK, people in America don't understand is that's where you got your Conor McGregor from, and your Joanna Jędrzejczyk, and your Dan Hardy. So what does it feel like, when you win that title, if as and when you fight Webb? How's it going to feel, holding that title and being a part of that list of the McGregors and the Joanna Jędrzejczyks, things like that?
I feel happy, winning, but I have to do a next job soon. I have to fight for the bout again. The next somebody in line want to take my head off. I have to be ready all the time.
It's good to stay ready as well. You never know when that call's going to come. Like when I spoke to Webb afterwards, he didn't look too injured. Obviously, he said he was a bit stiff in the neck and stuff from the slam. But if he's feeling healthy as well, have you guys, arranged? I know if you're not allowed to say, have you organised something, or is it just still something in the works? I know it's pretty soon.
I don't know. you need to talk to the manager. Things still happening behind the scenes, but still waiting.
No, fair enough. I really look forward to. I can't wait to see you again.
I told them. I told Cage Warriors anyway. I'm not fighting nobody else. There's no point. I'm not moving on fighting somebody else. I want to fight him. I said, okay. I have to wait and see, but the manager's going to sort it. Both managers on their team and my team going to sort things out. Then just have to wait and see, innit?
Well, I'm pretty sure Webb's up for it as well. He was very disappointed after the fight as well, and also, you can never trust too many articles, but I was reading one out there saying, he vows he will finish you in the next fight. And he also said he'll do that during the first fight as well. So, what are your thoughts on that?
I just leave him talking. I say, keep your mouth shut. Happens, but I don't say them things no more. I used to say it back in the day, but my hands talking. Like, he can't punch to save his life. Like, he tried to step with me in a cage. I never felt it, but he found my hands. He scared after that.
Felt those knees as well, didn't he?
That's why. Done my knees, my elbows. I ain't never seen him kick once. And the friggin' elbows, he never done that yet. Like, only done wrestling, hold me down. Like, come on, man. Nobody want to see this rubbish, man. Like, at least you do things, yeah. Put me down, strike me down, or do something. But 9 out of 10, they come out of the stuff, not do nothing. Try to strike me, but to guard myself. Then after that, they dashed him over a couple of times. Like yeah, the coaches, yeah. I know the coach.
Yeah.
He won the world bout back in the days, but can't pass that stuff to Webb. Webb is something else. Webb is the grappler. The wrestler. Hands is shocking. I can't believe it, yeah. All the guys I fight with got tapped out or got battered in the cage, but that's not me. They're not happy with me. I tied him straight. He's not going to knock me out. Nobody never knocked me out in the cage yet. You're not going to. But I ain't no muppet.
So
I train with lions in the cage, like Rocky, Fabian, Tom Breeze, Yannick, Matty Byfield, you name it, Hayden Lee.
which Yannick's that, by the way? Is that Yannick Bahati, by the way?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
man. I've interviewed him before, mate. I stood next to him. It scared the life out of me. He had his shirt off. He was a big boy, eh?
That's right. See, there you go. But he don't intimidate me. He don't make me scared in the cage. He's just a normal dickhead in the cage. You talk the talk, don't back it up. Said it many times. Like second round, going to knock me out. This time, going to knock me out. Said fair enough, whatever. Keep my mouth shut. I'm going in the cage. I'm going to show him and his coaches he's not ready on this cage warriors. Elite soldiers.
All right. It's going to be a very interesting rematch, and I do think the bookies are going to be scoring it a little bit, giving the odds a little bit differently this time as well. You know, I don't think you're going to be so much of an underdog this time. What do you reckon?
Hopefully not. No.
Are we betting on you though?
Nah.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I'm betting myself.
Can you give us a round? Like, it's better odds on that, you see.
I think about second round.
All right, cool. I'll let you know how much I put on that one. That's gonna be great. I tell you what, right? When I was, you were talking when we went back to when the judges were making the decision, and you felt, you lost on points. There was a lot of us in the press room. It was a bit of a debate, but we had it 2-2, to be honest with you, going into the fifth round. And if not, maybe the second round was close as well. So it could have been 3-1. So to be fair, a couple of people called the draw. A couple of us said you won it. A couple of people said Webb won it. So
yeah,
it wasn't as close. Yeah.
I know, but I did more striking.
Yeah.
More. Webb never strike properly. He just take me down. But he never done nothing on the ground. I'm thinking, the grappler, you do things on the ground, but try to go on top of me. But I can turn him and stuff like that. I think I'm winning. Like hopefully the judges see I'm sweeping him, going striking, ground and pound, elbow. Them are scoring points to me, but he does. You know, ready just taking people down. Got nothing special.
So when you're back in the gym, then you're obviously very confident in your striking against James Webb. So you going back to focusing on the ground game, just protecting takedown defense, yeah.
Yeah, more wrestling,
some submissions.
Yeah, like leave my striking. I don't need more striking for him anyway. cut down. I'm going to cut down my striking. I do more wrestling.
Just get Yannick to lie on top of you for 5 rounds and see if you can get up. That'd be interesting. He's a big guy.
I do wrestle him.
Yeah?
He's heavy. He's heavy.
I bet he walks around a lot bigger as well, obviously.
109 or something kilos.
What do you walk around, if you mind me asking you, like before your fights?
Oh, for my fight, I'm at 95.
Oh, so you're not
94.
You're not cutting a lot then at all.
Oh, nah.
That's the life, as you were saying earlier.
Nah, people walk around about 100, in my weight, but I don't feel comfortable walking that kind of weight. I feel comfortable about 95, 94. I walk around. I'm happy.
Yeah, and it reflects in your cardio in the cage as well. You know, you're well hydrated, you're well fed. You know, and that was your first championship rounds as well. You know, so when you finished the third, how are you feeling after the third round? Were you feeling, I'm actually not feeling too exhausted, or I'm starting to feel it a little bit?
I feel good. My cardio shot me.
Mm-hmm.
Cardio's work. Like my heart pumping good. Everything, like I'm not breathing hard. Only the rep breathing hard in his corner. Like, oh my days, he's blowing hard. Like, I got him now. I got a feeling the coach said to him, hold me, don't make me move. Like, that's a load of rubbish, that is.
Well, he had been rocked. You did rock him a couple of times as well on the feet, and you know, maybe he was using that to get some sort of, you know, rest period in or recover from some of the strikes. But you know, you might be right, but I guess only his corner's going to know that. But you know, I know we spoke about it before, but what were they? You know, in his corner, people were in. You know, when you were on the ground and they were talking to Marc Goddard, were they saying anything to you, or was it all directed at Goddard?
To Goddard.
It was just to Goddard, and Goddard was obviously ignoring it, but it was talking to you, which sort of put you off a little bit. Yeah, it was quite obvious.
That's right. Yes.
I'll tell you what as well, though. You fought in quite a few organisations, man. Like, you know, a good few different ones. So you've been around the circuit. You fought different level of fighters in the UK. You found your home at Cage Warriors now, and if you have, apart from Cage Warriors, you know, where was your biggest test, and you know, you learnt the most?
First test at Fight UK.
Yeah.
Back in the days, amateur days. To learn my craft back there at Leicester. I saw the lads like wow. I saw Yannick won the bout from there. Like, I wanna fight on a cage.
Yeah.
After that, jumped on next time. Then after that, Rocky fight UK. Then after that, Bama like I fight at Bama. Like, wow, this is good. This is,
yeah, man.
Like, amazing. Like, after that, Bama just flopped. Then,
yeah, it was a shame. Yeah.
I don't know what happened, but stupid, man. The Bam's all right, man.
Yeah, it was good. Yeah, man. But, you know, luckily now we've got people like Cage Warriors come to the UK. Obviously come to the UK. So, I mean, like Bellator come to the UK a lot more and doing European tours. Cage Warriors are still going strong here, you know, pushing fighters through the UFC. So, you know, the UK market's strong and it's the fastest growing sport here. And you're saying, like, a lot of people, you know, may not notice you and, you know, don't do all the camera work, because as more and more popular it's getting, you're going to get a lot more attention, Nathias, and especially after watching your fight. Like, I appreciate you doing this. I know you appreciate me doing it, but, you know, I appreciate it more. And chatting to you after the fight at Cage Warriors, you know, a lot of fighters, I get it, you just had a fight. The last thing you would do is come chat to all us, but especially in 35 degrees worth of heat, I was sweating so much in that press room.
Well, in that cage, what? In that cage, like, oh my, hot in there, man. I never felt that hot in my life.
Oh, mate, it was a heat wave outside. It was crazy, mate. The car told me 41 degrees when I was driving through Hammersmith. I was like, oh.
Dude.
That's it, mate. England's turning into a tropical island.
Don't know.
I tell you what, Nathias, I've had you here now for a good 45 minutes, and really appreciate you taking the time to come on. And I really can't wait to see you fight James Webb again. It's going to be an incredible fight, incredible rematch, especially after the performance you both put on before. And I should say again, thank you for that fight, by the way, because it was a great fight to watch at the end of the day. So I want to give you the opportunity to give a shout out to any of your sponsors, any of your gym partners, anyone who give a shout out, that's been part of your journey.
Yeah, I'm going to shout out for my coaches, Tom Breeze, Dave, Lovell, and my sparring partners is Yannick, Mike, Big Mike, Rocky, Fabian, and Mo. Speak out for Mo. Helped me a lot. All the fighters at Team Renegade, I'm saying thank you for all of them to help me prepare for this fight. Just that.
That's it, mate. And also, we want more people to follow your fights, see more of your fights. So where can they follow you? If you've got Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, where can they follow all your fights?
My Instagram is Nathias Frederick on Instagram. Nathias Frederick on Instagram. So that's me.
That's it. Follow this man, guys, and make sure you YouTube him as well. We've got a lot of his fights, and I think even your amateur fights on YouTube. I think from like 6 odd years ago. Yeah, that's it. So, guys, make sure you follow him, and make sure you guys keep watching Cage Warriors. It's putting these great fighters through. They're putting these, as they're saying, underdogs against these champions, and look, they're coming through with wins, draws. So make sure you watch it, and especially watch Mr. Nathias Frederick. And again, thank you very much, mate, for giving me the time to come on, for giving me the time for you to come on and give us 3/4 of your time.
Right. See you later, matey. Bye.
Cheers, buddy.
Change your heart.